Hey guys, Exhale here, back for another war highlight video. We're going to be covering our last random war today against the Legacy. I believe they are also a minor league clan. Yes. Yep, also a minor league clan. Not sure what division they're in, if they're in our division or not. But anyway, got the win, but it wasn't really a fair match, so yeah, we had an extra 11, so that's obviously makes a big difference. But really good job to the Legacy. So we're gonna start off with actually number one. So it's not a 3-star, but pretty damn close, obviously. So I just wanted to show it off a little bit. Comes in with a queen walk starting from the top left. I only watched this once, so I don't exactly remember what happens here. So queen starts walking, and I guess he's gonna, yep, wall break in here. Should have waited a little bit longer on those wall breakers. So ends up dropping the jump here instead of, well, he had to get in here, so he dropped the jump instead. I don't know what the original plan was. I guess it was for the kill squad to enter towards the direction, whichever direction the queen's walking towards, so he has to pretty much adjust at this point. He does drop down a witch. I think the reason why he dropped down the witch was because that's his only air targeting troop at this point, and he's trying to take care of some of those air skeletons, I think, maybe. But anyway, the witch is helping out, taking care of some buildings here, and also the skeletons are distracting the king as well. So he deploys all his troops here, so it's a bit up in the air right now because the funnel is not really quite created, so not exactly sure where the troops are going to go at this point. And he is only down to 2 spells. It's going to be forced to pop the queen ability here, and it looks like the queen will go down shortly once this Inferno Tower retargets her. So luckily the troops did make their way inside. And now he's going to pop his ability here. Nice timing on that ability. Gets through that giant bomb without getting any damage. And now he's going to drop in miners to the core. So when I was watching this attack, his kill squad was actually really healthy. In my opinion, the miners were just a tad early. Maybe just like 5 seconds later. I think this might have been a 3-star, and also the heal was unnecessary at that point because while they were on the town hall, they weren't being targeted. The bomb tower was distracted as well. So I think had he either delayed the heal spell or delayed the miners and also delayed the heal spell until the miners reached the Inferno Tower, I think he would have been in pretty good shape to get the 3-star. So at this point, unfortunately, his queen, because his queen is down, he's lost a lot of high range DPS, so looks like the Grand Warden is taking some damage here from the bomb tower. Skeletons are doing some nice work tanking, however, doesn't look like it's keeping up that much. The healer is being stupid, healing the Grand Warden instead of that witch. Now it jumps back over to the witch, but unfortunately he ran out of time. So with the miners' help, I think he would have gotten that. I think it would have still been close, but it was still a 3-star. I think I'm pretty sure it would have still been a 3-star. There's no more splash damage near the other point defense. The only thing left is that Wizard Tower, and the Grand Warden can solo that. So as long as he got through the Inferno Tower, I think he would have been fine to get the 3-star. But just pretty much ran out of time there. So nicely done there. Nice nice on the fly thinking because of the wall breaker fail. Anyway, number 2 misses taking out number 2. Don't quite remember this attack now. Okay, so 2 loons going to the mortar at the top takes out that mortar. Okay, I remember it now. So the reason why she takes out the mortar is because she's going to eventually drop a golem close to that mortar and also a queen behind, so that's going to prevent the mortar from, or prevent the golem from walking to the mortar. Okay, so here she drops a baby dragon along with a balloon. Gets 2 buildings out of it, and then drops a minion down to take care of that building to get free percentage. So golem down, wizards to create the funnel on either side, taking care of those 2 pumps. That creates a nice funnel for the bowlers to go into the base here. It's going to get a decent amount of value here because of those 2 storages, getting a lot of good bounce value. And then also going to take care of that Barb King as well, and take a couple of shots at that queen before that part goes down. So as you can see here, so this part, the golem bowler main troops went down just slightly early. The wall breakers went down early, and the golem walked out of range. That gold storage was supposed to go down. The queen was supposed to take it down before that part. So unfortunately, some of the bowlers leaked to the right side. However, that's not necessarily a bad thing in this case, because there was plenty of troops going to the core, and they were able to take down the town hall. So it wasn't really that big of a deal, and in fact it helps because the bowlers that did leak around the outside helped clean up a bunch of percentages there. Would have gotten more percentage, however, as you can see, the queen's going to be preoccupied. I think she actually is able to take down the pups here, and is able to take down one more building before she eventually gets shot down by the eagle. Nicely done. Alright, moving on to number 7. Airwolf getting a 10v10, very nice. Haven't seen you in war for a while, obviously because of the league and also the scheduling, but nice to see you back in war again, and very nice 3-star. So here comes a queen. It looks like it's gonna be a suicide queen actually. Is there, I guess there's a hound in the CC, I'm guessing. Don't quite remember this attack. So it looks like the queen's gonna create the funnel very nicely here. And then, yep, and sure enough, it is a hound in the clan castle. And he's gonna actually let the bowlers beat through there, and then jump to the core to get more value. Very nice. I like that very much. Bowlers getting a lot of good bounces, as you can see, getting both of those cannons off at 6 o'clock. And now, while all of the core is being tanked by the kill squad, his hogs are coming in from the top, and very nice timing here. Lava is being distracted this entire time, drops down an early wizard to start the cleanup process. Does not have too much cleanup. Should have had a little bit more cleanup saved, in my opinion, but his hogs are doing very nicely here. Has a heal for this last section. After this section is done, there's really no threat left for the hogs. One hog that split off going to that Inferno Tower. Not sure if there's any more giant bombs now, but all that's left really that's a threat is that Inferno Tower, and it is obviously on single, so obviously not going to be able to deal with that many hogs. And pretty much all that's left is these hogs and that Lava Hound, which is still full health. Okay, so they're just going to make their way around, hogs being very nice cleanup troops. Going to get this done pretty quickly. That builder's hut is be the last building, obviously. Very nicely done. Swags both poisons. I'm gonna guess this is a cleanup attack, or at least the second attack. And there was a scout beforehand. That's why he went with the Sui Queen. So if you, one critique is if you knew that there was a Lava Hound in the CC, and you didn't need the poison. As you can see, he still had both of his poisons. I would have brought one poison for potential skeletons, and the other poison I would have probably left out and maybe brought either a Quake or a skeleton actually to tank an Inferno Tower or something like that. But anyway, that's just nitpicking. So let's move on to number 12. Okay, so Die taking out number 12 here. Also a hog attack, getting a nice bowler bounce. I love it when it's a 1-to-1 bowler bounce to get a mortar there. looks like he's gonna probably be able. I don't know if he's able to do it here. Yeah, he was able to do it here as well. Not sure where his entry is. Oh, looks like his entry's on the bottom. So yeah, that wouldn't have really helped that much. Um, so yeah, that bowler getting a very good value on that side, getting a lot of buildings cleared as well as that mortar, like I mentioned before. This golem is going to probably reroute to that mortar. It looks like it does. And now the wizards are on the town hall. On the bottom end, not many wizards survived. I think maybe he lost a couple of wizards there, but the Golemite is going to trigger giant bombs, which is nice. And then it's going to drop the jump spell here, reroute everything back in, drops his remaining bowlers. It looks like he has hogs probably in the clan castle. Funnel isn't quite clean, so he is going to lose two of his bowlers here, and he's only going to have two bowlers going into the core, but the most important part is for the obviously the queen to go down. It's going to start dropping his hogs here. It's on Infernos are on multi, so really no threat. Multi Infernos are just completely, well, not completely useless, but pretty goddamn useless at this point. They are thinking about a buff for the multi Infernos, so we'll see how that works out. But has two more heals left, and obviously it's going to be plenty to cover the rest of this base. A lot of hogs left. He does have some Teslas up there at the top. So let's see where he deploys the last heal. Good spot. I like that spot that he dropped the hogs down. Potential giant bomb areas. Looks like there might be a giant bomb in between those two buildings maybe. But looks like the hogs have finished the rest of the defenses. So, oh, nope, no giant bomb there. Alright, but queen is still up here. Always good to see a queen still up in a hog attack. It means you had a pretty good kill squad. And then the rest of the hogs are just going to go around, take care of that king, and continue with the cleanup process. Does miss a hut up there. Always try to have an archer for the huts if you can, because it's always a heartbreaker if you don't do that and you end up getting a 99. But very nicely done. What is wrong with my connection today? Alright, moving on to number 13. Mrs. getting a 10v10 as well. Very nice war for Mrs. Come on. Alright, looks like also a hog, very popular this war. Also a hog attack. Okay, I do remember this attack. I don't know if this is a fresh hit or a cleanup. If it was a fresh hit, then it was a nice attack. If it was a cleanup, however, my critique would be that golem drop spot. It pretty much got instantly burned down by the single inferno. So if you knew that there were the Teslas there, I think that was not a great choice for that golem there, because you are going to immediately lose that golem. But anyway, so it looks like the kill squad does get in there, is able to take down the Inferno Tower. The Barb King unfortunately is dead. However, the Queen is going to step up and take care of the enemy Queen as well as the remaining Clan Castle troops. So Golemites are still doing some nice tanking there, and the Queen is actually going to take down this Expo. Drops down that first heal over that bomb tower. Good choice there. Poison spell down for the skeletons early. Very nicely done, paying attention. A lot of people don't realize, me being one of those people, a lot of times I don't realize I have skeletons on me until it's, you know, towards the end. But has that last heal covering this bottom section here, and really all that's left now is those three defenses up there, the Wizard Tower, the Arch Tower, and that cannon that's a threat. The hogs do split up into two groups. That's towards the beginning it's not a good thing, but towards the end it could be a good thing. Although in the middle it could be good too, because obviously when you have some hogs split off, you can hit giant bombs and not be affected, or not all your hogs will be affected. But has cleanup down on the opposite end of the hogs, like you're supposed to, and then the hogs will continue and take care of the rest of the trash buildings. Gonna fast forward here. Can't talk today. Alright. Nicely done, misses. Let's move on to number 15. Okay, this was the last Town Hall 9 that we had left. We still had plenty of Town Hall 9 attacks left, but this was the last base that we didn't 3-star. And there were several attempts on this base, but finally Easy was able to come in and clear this up. Got the wall breaks in there, breaks through that intersection, allowing the troops into that left compartment there. Okay, not sure if... Okay, so the queen does reroute back in. Some of the bowlers do leak around the outside, but not too big of a deal. Most of his troops are inside. Got the poison down early for the CC troops. That's always nice. And then looks like the queen, I think, is going to eventually step in and take care of the enemy queen. Missed the witch there and the poison. Not sure how she escaped, but so yeah, his queen's taking care of the enemy queen here. Is going to pop the ability, take her down, as well as that bomb tower. Always nice to get rid of a bomb tower with your kill squad, because that's pretty much a giant bomb. Actually, I think it does more damage than a giant bomb, but anyway, Hogs in, drops down his heal. That's actually his last heal, because he did need both a rage spell and a jump spell for his kill squad. So that will be his last heal, and then he's gonna have to get through this last section without a heal. Luckily, the Hogs do sort of split off into two groups approaching that wizard tower, so the wizard tower wasn't able to splash all of the Hogs, and now it's really just cleanup. Still got that poison spell, not needed there. Okay, moving on to number 17. Ice Queen coming in. I believe this is Wednesday. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so coming in with a hobo attack, 2 wizards on those army camps that almost immediately creates a good funnel. 2 golems on the Teslas, wall breakers in, wizards down around the outside. Wanted to get that town hall down quickly. Unfortunately, here the CC actually goes to the queen, so he is forced to pop the queen ability to save her. And then the Barb King is going to jump in here. Got that jump spell reaching all the way to the core. Barb King's going to step in here to fight the enemy Barb King. And it looks like... Oh, I thought that wizard was going to take down the queen. So his queen's going to eventually step in here, take down the enemy queen. Is starting his Hogs. I like the couple of Hogs that he dropped in the beginning, just to test for some potential giant bombs while the kill squad was dealing with the core there. Drops a heal spell down, leading to the wizard tower after hitting that bomb tower explosion, death explosion. Drops Hogs from the bottom, taking care of those 2 Teslas. Nice targeted deployment there. I think that was a panic heal from seeing the giant bomb. Would have probably... Actually, it would have made a big difference, to be honest, because this last giant bomb is in a location where he couldn't cover with... He couldn't cover that spot and the expo. But anyway, doesn't matter. Too many Hogs to deal with. The last cannon is going to go down, and all that's left now is that mortar, and obviously the mortar is not a threat to Hogs. Got Baby Drag doing cleanup there. I guess he brought the Baby Drag for the cleanup and not the funnel. So Baby Drag doing some nice cleanup there. Wizard at the bottom. Queen is still alive on a sliver of health. And Hogs making their way around the outside, getting the rest of the cleanup done. Very nice. Alrighty. Okay, what are we on? 18. A lot of good attacks, so it's going to be a somewhat long video here. I'll try to speed through as fast as I can. Some of this is similar attacks. Another hobo attack here. Very strong strategy for Town Hall 9. So drops the jump spell down, in my opinion, slightly early. Remember that the Town Hall 9 jump is only 45 seconds. The funnel wasn't completely created on that top side, so the BK does kind of wander off. However, it actually somewhat helped because it did manage to take down a Tesla, one of the Teslas in the 2 Tesla trap with the giant bomb in the middle, and it set off the giant bomb as well. So the queen is actually able to take care of the enemy queen. So he's good to drop the hogs now. Little late on the hog drop, in my opinion. Could have dropped it a bit earlier. Could have potentially saved the queen. Maybe not, but it would have definitely taken fire from that expo. Gonna drop the hogs sort of in 2 groups here, one in each corner. It's gonna heal that top corner wisely. Obviously, the other group of hogs is in no harm there. Nothing to damage them, and then he's gonna save his last heal for this last group of defenses. That poison spell goes down to slow down the Barb King. Always useful to do. I do see a lot of skeleton trap. Doesn't matter. He's on the last couple of defenses here. Okay, gonna turn around, take care of those pesky skeletons, and then wizards down already on the outside, on the opposite side, and then everything's gonna meet up pretty much at the Barb King, and they are able to all get onto the Barb King. Luckily, instead of targeting that storage, could have been bad news bear if they started hitting the storage and the Barb King starts taking them down one by one. Always painful to see that. Alright, moving on to number 19, Kuvax. Really like Kuvax's attacks. I liked the style of attacks he does. Or at least this one. I'm pretty sure I've seen him use a bunch of different attacks, but this one in particular I like. So it's going to start off a queen walk here, dropping those healers as far off to the other side as possible. The reason why he does that, and the reason why you can tell a seasoned attacker from amateur one is if he had dropped the healers right behind her, like right behind the queen, instead of all the way as far towards 12 o'clock as he could, then what ends up happening is the healers get dragged over here, and then as she rounds this corner to take the air defense, because of the angle, the air defense can target the healers. But from this angle, if he drops the healers as far to her right, our left, as possible, then you get less drag and the angle is not as severe, which helps prevent the air defense from targeting your healers early. So anyway, the wizard there is actually going to take care of that town hall by its lonesome. The queen is going to step in here momentarily. The BK goes down to start clearing up the trash, creating the other side of the funnel for the queen. So as you can see there, because of that angle, the healers didn't get targeted. Again, those of you who don't frequently use queen walks, all of these little subtle nuances is something that you learn over time and with experience. Okay, so the queen is going to run into a lava hound here. I'm not sure if this was a fresh hit or not. I'd actually like to check later on, see if this is a fresh hit. But drops a wizard down wisely to help the queen with that lava hound. Drops a rage spell down as the Lava Hound's about to go down. Help the queen deal with those pups. Okay. Okay, so the queen is going to take 2 shots at the air defense and then switch over to that pup, and then switch back to the air defense. Okay, so now that that air defense is down, really nice timing on the loon entry. So he drops it just as the queen is about to engage the enemy queen, saving every second that he could, starting that loon deployment as early as he could without sacrificing any damage on the Lava Hound. So obviously he didn't want the enemy queen to target his Lava Hound, so waited just at the perfect moment to start his Laloon attack. Very nicely done. All of his pups do, all of his Lava Hounds do pop, so he gets all of those pups helping him with the cleanup process. Does still have loons left, 3 of them to be exact, that he drops around the other end to help with the cleanup process. Very nicely done, really clean. Alright, moving on to number 20, I believe. Was that 19? Yeah, that was 19. Alright, Dama coming with 2 very nice attacks this war. We're actually going to look at both of them. So in this first one, this guy decides to put his queen in his clan castle in the middle of the base with all the rest of his defenses far away, and Dama does take advantage of that. He's going to drop a rage spell along with 4 skeleton spells in the middle there. And those skeletons are going to take down both heroes and the clan castle. Very nice value there. So CC doesn't matter anymore. And then he comes at the bottom with the Sui hero. Gonna try to take care of those 2 archer towers. Couldn't think of the word. 2 archer towers and the wizard tower, I presume. Yeah. So actually, probably more than that. The queen's gonna be able to get that other wizard tower as well. Okay, going to start the Laloon portion of the attack. Gonna probably drop some haste spells here momentarily. Not a great positioning for that first haste spell. Not good at all. Should have just dropped it straight on that group dealing with the sweeper. Lost quite a few loons there because of that. Drops a Lava Hound through the Tesla farm here, and then this time he does drop the haste spell right on the loons dealing with the Tesla farm there. Very nice. And another haste spell for the back end air defenses. Okay, and then now he's just going to deal with this last portion here. Does still have a Lava Hound up alive, and then unfortunately his loons do group up together, but I didn't see what that thing was there that took out that wizard tower, but it took out the last wizard tower, so the loons did not have to deal with that at least. But very nice thought on the initial hero and CC kill. Very nicely done. Okay, gonna move on to number 21. So this one is done by Tim. Another Laloon attack. It's going to be a Queen Walk Laloon. Starts the queen off from the bottom here. Drops a wizard down to take care of that army camp. Wants her to go towards that bottom corner. Takes care of the king. Baby drag to create the other side of the funnel here. Queen's gonna start dealing with the clan castle troops. Barb King down on the other end, start creating the funnel on that side, because he's eventually gonna wall break into that expo compartment there where she'll have access to the queen, the air defense, as well as the sweeper. So this didn't work out exactly the way he wanted. He did want to get that corner air defense there, but the Barb King actually comes around the other way and eventually does enter through the hole that he made for the queen, and you'll see here that he does try to go for that not air sweeper, the air defense there. So that was part of the plan to take care of the air defense, although those corner air defenses are not a big deal whatsoever, because they're very easily targeted from the outside, so it's not really a big deal. If you don't get those corner air defenses, you could just start pretty much normally. He even tries to get some more damage on it there with those 2 wall breakers. Drops the Hound down from the bottom, nice angle on the Hound, drops the haste spell down right away for those loons. They're going to be coming up against a wizard tower. Obviously you want to minimize the damage going to the loons. Okay, so one Hound is down, drops a rage spell there, helps those balloons along, and the last Lava Hound is going to go over to that last air defense. The queen has survived, doing some nice work there in the middle. Drops a couple of minions here. This was a very nice touch here. So nothing here to hit the Hound and the pups other than the air defense. So with the pups popping and the amount of minions that he drops, easily takes down that air defense. Very nicely done there. Good touch on that. Queen still doing nice work here, pretty much going through the entire middle of the base. Very good value for that queen walk. Alright, last attack we're going to look at is number 25. This is Dama's second attack. So they actually had 2 of these bases where they had the queen in the middle. This one is slightly different. Yeah, this one is slightly different. You'll see here that he ends up not getting the clan castle. It's on like a sliver of health. So the reason why he didn't get it was these 2 mortars, right? Also, maybe the rage ran out a little bit early, a little bit of delay between the rage spell drop and the skeletons dropping. Actually, did he only bring 2 skeletons? I'm sorry, I'm going to back out real quick, sorry. I just need to know that. No, he did have 4 skeletons. Oh, so he had 4 of his own skeletons and a CC haste. That should have been swapped. I think it should have been a max skeleton and a CC, and his own haste. But my critique for this attack would be, so eventually he's going to drop Sui heroes here from around 10 o'clock-ish area. So I think there's really no reason to wait for the skeleton part to finish to drop your Sui Lalo or Sui hero part. You can drop the hero part. You can potentially tank at least one of these mortars, if not both, and then just start the middle part with the rage and the skeletons, because there is no risk of the heroes taking or luring the CC, because as you can see, it's the range is not outside of the wall here. So I would have dropped the Barb King, the Queen, and started your Sui portion, tank the mortars, and then drop the Rage and the Skeletons. And again, obviously, get the Max Skelly and the CC. But other than that, very nice attack. Okay, so CC does remain up. And I think eventually the Queen is going to lure the CC out here. But luckily, the pups from the first Lava Hound do end up taking care of the CC troops. So he is able to get this. But very nicely done. Obviously a very unique situation, but very good job to Dama for recognizing the flaw in the base design and taking advantage of it. Alright, that's gonna do it. Very nice war, and hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.